Ooh, Bengals. So I'm playing with my team still since it's still a rival game.
It's cool.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Switch. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 26 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw here, Dalton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those... that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton here from the gun. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And Dalton to throw on the screen, Bernard. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Watch the run, watch the run. Here you go, 368. Regular. Motion. Watch 30.
Here's Dalton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Motion. Reset. Watch 36 the mic. Here we go, let's bring it.
And it'll be Dalton again. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
From midfield now, here's Jackson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess that... And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Dalton now to pass. He's going to fire one deep open. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 14 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Jackson on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Got to pause it after this kick.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about this. Yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 24. Now Joe Mixon. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Now Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well,
and Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Geno Atkins getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Back now in Cincinnati. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Switch.
Nice.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check nine.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Geno Atkins, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here you go, 368.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
2 by 2. Move.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. You.
So now Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 30 yards there. And, of course, the 1st down as well. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Banjo.
Mike's 57's Mike.
Let him know.
Wait up.
They'll run here with Mixon. And some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run with Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Yo.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You trying to run that back, brother?
The pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, we can run it back.
I bet.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly
I don't even know
worked.
who
It
you
certainly did, and you're
Riz?
exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, Whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
I'm getting the same team.
For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
All right, just waiting for this one to let me up.
All right.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Atlanta. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 20.
That's it.
Where's that?
Say 1 second right quick.
All right.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. The pistol, McCaffrey. Moving around.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready, Blue 80! 525!
You can't block me. You can't block me. Shit. Watch the shit. Check. Check hot route.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Gun.
Check 37. Check it out.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On the carry, here's Smith. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Good money.
Lamar Jackson, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, 25. Hey, 16. Wait.
It's gonna be a long day.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. This time Jackson will throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming, boy. Wait. Watch the twist.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Ready. 5:36. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Undercrush.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. The bottom line is Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the fourth team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
They'll run here with Ingram. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Jackson. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On first down, Ryan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, Charles, while we have a second, you know, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former 1st-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Well, this is a good window right here, partner, to wish happy holidays to everybody out there in Madden Land. And happy holidays to you and yours as well.
Same to you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. However you celebrate the holiday season.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of, what is your favorite holiday song? Because I know in the elevator on the way up, we heard Feliz Navidad and you went into the fetal position.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, I feel bad about that because, you know, it's a big hit and all, but it's not my favorite. Silver Bells, as done by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
My favorite.
That's classic. I'd have to go Burl Ives, have a holly jolly Christmas. Always puts me in a jolly mood.
I love that because when we watch some of the Christmas specials, there's Burl Ives as the narrator.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Thomas. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Now
rush of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And an alley to run. Three-quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. Ryan now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Freeman again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
Hey, we got this. Move. Line 36. Line 36. 51.
Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, South. He's not going to get me. Got 36. 36 to Mike. Go. Mike, 36. 51, South. Ricky.
Now Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So, play call.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he brings it back to the house.
Nigga, I was on player lock. I was freaking out over there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
This
my
shit
God.
Still
All right, bro.
from that electric
Yes, sir.
finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.